Hey beautiful! If this is your first time here, I'm an intuitive tarot oracle reader. Now my dear, I hope you're having an amazing day and everything is going fine with you. If today's not the best day, I'm sending you tons and tons and tons of positive energy and I hope everything will be well soon. Now, guys, today I'm back with another pick a card reading. Well, it's gonna be a candle wax reading actually. And yeah, it's all about channeled messages from your spirit guides. So, what do they need to tell you? What do you need to know? Anything which is meant for you will definitely come through today. And yeah, as always, my dear, I have three pals that you can choose from. And you can either choose the card or you can, of course, also choose the crystal above it. So for pal 1, we have the beautiful Fool card. Pal 2 is the Moon card. And pile 3 is the Hermit. So, as always, my dear, please feel free to pause the video, or you can also meditate on the cards and you feel like you need a little bit more time to choose. You will find all the timestamps in the description box, but of course also in the comments section. And if you would like to get further information regarding a personal reading with me, you can of course feel free to email me. Lastly, my dear, please keep in mind that this is a general reading, so not everything may resonate with you. But yeah, having said that, let's begin. Hey pal one, welcome to your reading, my dear. Now let's see what messages are meant for you to know. What do your spirit guides have to say? So before I will start with the candle wax reading, my dear, I would like to get you 1 to 2 oracle cards. And then we will start with the candle wax reading. So let's see. For my dear pile 1, what messages do your spirit guides have for you? Let's see. Okay, one more shuffle for my dear pile 1. That's enough. So let's see. For my dear pile 1, what messages do your spirit guides have for you? What do they have to tell you? Okay, all right. Ooh, the first card we have is the God archetype, which is a pretty powerful card to come through front, like as the first card. So all right, and we have a second card here, which is the Mentor. Interesting. And look at how similar the colors are. And just in general, God and Mentor, they're giving me pretty not the same, but the energies are not that different. All right, so let's start with your reading. Let's see. So for my dear pal 1, what messages do your spirit guides have for you? So first of all, let me tell you that this is a very empowering spread, even though it only contains like 2 cards. But it's really, really empowering. This is kind of like your spirit guides trying to awaken you to your own greatness. You know, very often we may acknowledge other people's greatness, or we may see all the abundance or all the wonderful qualities other people have. And when it comes to ourselves, we may really downplay ourselves or not even see it. And this is a huge reminder. This is really your spirit guides kind of being your greatest cheerleader, and reminding you of the fact that you are not your like small human self. There is so much to you, more so than your name, more so than your background, the experiences that you have, all the beliefs that you have been taught throughout your lifetime. There is so much more to you. And with the God archetype, what I'm really receiving of that is it's almost like your spirit guides want you to recognize your own divinity within yourself. And look at that. The God archetype says recognizing the internal force within yourself and others. And that's exactly what this card is like giving me. Very often you may, yeah, feel like other people are special, but you just think, well, I'm very ordinary, like I'm average, or there is really nothing about me. But this is the reminder. Your spirit guides want you to know that you are an infinite spiritual being having a human experience. And there is so much for you to grasp and to, yeah, really be. So don't play yourself small, because what I'm really receiving here is you yourself, you are, first of all, a highly knowledgeable person. And let me define the knowledge part, because it's not, well, is knowledgeable the right word? No, it's wise, okay? It's wise. You are a very wise person. In fact, this is giving me major old soul vibes. So, a lot of you guys watching, you are old souls. And I really see that. Um, okay, what I'm seeing is that when we look at your soul journey, you have been in different lifetimes very significant teachers, or as this would say, mentors, um, priestess, like people who help serve others with their knowledge, with their wisdom, with their connection to the source, with their yeah, spiritual potential. And it's kind of like your spirit guides wanting you to see that don't believe that there is nothing about you, that all there is to you is the 9 to 5 like experience of your life. No. And this is really encouraging. Once again, I really feel like your spirit guides are emphasizing that, so you come out of your cocoon, so you come out of your comfort zone, or you start seeing yourself as more than this very limited view. And I do feel like for a lot of you guys, this limited view that you have of yourself is something that you've been conditioned to. Whether it's through society, whether it's to your environment, people who are close to you. Somehow you've been taught that you are not good enough, or that there are certain things in life that you cannot achieve, that you can't be. But this is the complete opposite. And this is what I mean with like your spirit guides being your greatest supporters, your greatest cheerleaders, because that's exactly what's coming through here. They want you to see your own greatness, because that's exactly what they do. They see your greatness, even if you don't, see it yourself yet, for some of you guys. So, this is the reminder, it's never too late. If you have been playing small when it comes to your dreams, when it comes to your ambitions, your life, when you have been living someone else's life, living up to other people's expectation, really neglecting yourself. I feel like for some of you guys, you have been neglecting yourself. It could even be because of responsibilities, because for some of you guys, it's always like other people come first and then you come second. But this is really the reminder, you have the right, and it's actually healthy to come first in your life. And it has nothing to do with you being arrogant or selfish. No, let's be very clear here. This is all about having a healthy connection towards yourself and putting your well-being first. That's what's being emphasized here. Through putting yourself first, you also put your well-being first. Because for some of you guys, you may only give, and not really always receive anything back. And your spirit guides want you to give yourself something as well. Sometimes we may give so much that there is nothing left for us anymore. And this is what's being emphasized here. So you're you're starting off pretty strong, my dear Padawan, but I feel like this is for sure like heavy messages that are meant for you guys to hear. So someone watching this has not unleashed their greatest potential yet, but I am hearing loud and clearly it's never too late. In fact, now it's the time to really reflect on your life. And it doesn't matter if you are 20 years old or if you are 50 years old watching this. It's all about reflecting and seeing the path you're on. Is it serving you? Is it what makes you happy? Is it what you want? And is it serving your well-being? Okay? Wow. Pile one. Okay. So let's start with the candle wax reading. We're almost 10 minutes in and we haven't even started. So let's see. Okay. Okay. So please give me a moment, my dear. Please give me a moment. Okay, yeah. Let me first start with something I am feeling like deep down, okay? And then I will really continue. So, what I'm really feeling is that you guys are at a place in your life or at a phase in your life right now in which there is like something is about to happen. And you may feel it yourself. You may feel like there is a turning point coming. What I'm seeing for you, my dear pal, is that there is a new beginning coming into your life which holds a lot of abundance. And this new beginning is, if I had to put this new beginning into like a card of the tarot, I would fit it the most into the Ace of Cups, I would say. Because this new beginning is very light-hearted and it comes from a very lovely place, from a heart-centered place. And why I'm saying this is because I really feel like this high vibration that I'm feeling is you putting yourself first. Through you putting yourself first, you actually invite loving energy in, and it's kind of like you putting yourself first and you raising your vibration as a result. It's kind of a consequence. And this raising of vibration will bring a lot of potential into your life. It's kind of like a very fruitful time in your life, in which you find yourself facing, or not facing, but you find yourself in a place where a lot of doors are open. And it's a result of an energy shift, okay? This is what I'm trying to explain. An energy shift which is almost coming through as the Ace of Cups, which will bring you new beginnings when it comes to your own self-development and self-growth, okay? A great time to reclaim yourself, to reconnect with yourself. And for those of you guys who would like to do certain spiritual practices, sadhanas, or work on your energy centers, it's a very great time for that. To also withdraw a little bit into the hermit mode and really reflect on your emotions, and if there is shadow work to do, as an example, it's a very good place, and a very good time for that. But not only when it comes to the more so inner world, I also see that this shift of energy will, as I said, bring in abundance. And abundance is so much, right? I mean, it can mean abundance of emotions. But for me, another thing is abundance when it comes to the more so financial aspect, okay? I see that things are looking really good when it comes to your finances. So it could be the case that you, for example, find yourself um, a job offer, or there is this golden opportunity almost that you've been um, searching for or waiting for. I just I know why. It's really weird for you because this is I have now seen a second tarot card coming through for you. Like I see the picture of it, and it's the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, that's really the energy of the abundance. And look at that. This literally looks like a heart. It's visible to the eye. I really feel like this I hope you can see it. This is something that is yeah, is visible with the two eyes here. And I really feel like it's yeah, this is like almost the um this increase of vibration that will have such a huge impact on you, my dear pal one. And as I said, the Nine of Cups is really coming through for me. It can also bring in abundance, not only when it comes to your heart center, but as well when it comes to the more so earthy matters, such as finances. So I see money coming through, you being at a place where you will feel much more comfortable and much more secure, okay? Because that's what money gives people. It gives people a certain security, right? I mean, if we think about it, someone who has bills and bills to pay may sleep worse than someone who doesn't have this stress which comes from the lack of money. I don't know why I am receiving this message. So I feel like it may apply to someone here, this picture. Someone may have been stressing a lot because of the lack of money. And it's almost like the abundance coming through is gonna make someone able to breathe again. But I really feel like for now it's a little bit hidden. So it's kind of like you don't see it yet coming your way. This energy of abundance, it's still hidden, it's still in the dark, but it's coming into your way. And once again, a huge reason for that is this energy shift, which will come your way and you actually influence through allowing yourself to come first and really give yourself more love. Appreciate yourself more. Be kinder, gentler, right? Okay. Another thing that I'm seeing here for you, my dear pal one, is that your spirit guides want you to know that, yeah, there is someone watching this who needs to set better boundaries. Boundaries are emphasized here. I feel like someone watching this, maybe this is a trait that you have very deeply rooted for some time, or for others it could be the case that recently this has really like backfired you. But I feel like someone has had a very tough time because of boundaries which were non-existent. So this is advice for you from your spirit guides to make sure you have healthy boundaries. And sometimes we think boundaries are connected to like strangers, but we sometimes need to set boundaries even with people close to us because they are the ones who, yeah, have the most access to our life, right? And I really feel like someone watching this, you may have felt a little bit powerless or not in your not in the driver's seat in your like life, so to speak, because you felt like other people were making the decisions or other people were really in your business. And this is kind of the reminder, don't forget that you are the head of your life, right? Like you are the leader, even if at times it may not feel like it. It's your life, it belongs to you. So if you feel like healthy boundaries are necessary, like if this message resonates with you, because once again, this is a general message, I'm sorry, a general reading, right? So take what resonates and leave what doesn't. I really feel like someone watching this needs to be a little bit more decisive. And you guys, it's really all about putting yourself first. Maybe you have put other people first, and therefore the boundaries were non-existent that are important for your well-being. And you may have, like, as an example, maybe someone watching this is very difficult for you to say no, and this is a huge burden. And this is all about you putting this boundary, allowing yourself to say no, because through saying no, you say yes to your own well being. Because you can't serve everyone, right? You are, I mean, if we think about an example, I always like to say, just take a charger or take a mobile phone as an example, right? At one point, the mobile phone may die of batteries, and you need to make sure that it recharges, right? Otherwise, it will turn off. It's the same with you as well. Make sure that you recharge yourself as well, and that you, through like having no boundaries, you may, yeah, your energy and your batteries may die off. So like, yeah, someone needs to be a little bit more confident and standing up for themselves, standing up for what they believe in, the path that they would like to go, and the B word, the boundaries, okay? There is another thing here emphasized. You know, I've heard the word patience, and I feel like for some of you guys, you may have planted some seeds which you are waiting, you're waiting for to harvest from. So as an example, maybe you have done some work and you're waiting for the results, whether it's job related or, let's say, more so personally, such as, let's say, some of you guys have done some work on yourself and you are looking for love now, but you may have been waiting and you may have not really found anyone. This is a reminder to be patient here. I see this, I see the seeds that you have planted, but they are not there yet. There is still some time for it to, like, for the roots to grow, okay? And you're really seeing the tree coming through. So this is just a reminder. If you are patiently waiting for something, I see it growing. However, it may still take some time, okay? So the patience will pay off, but there is still some time. As a small advice, so the waiting will be easier, whether it's waiting for a partner or waiting for, you know, a certain result. Let's say when it comes to your career, stay with what is making you feel passionate. So if you are waiting for a good partner coming your way, don't just wait and neglect yourself. Be passionate about life and be passionate about yourself, right? Because what I'm feeling is that the key for overcoming the time, this divine timing, whatever, however it may apply to you, is putting your focus onto things that make you happy and make you feel passionate and inspired. Whether it's, once again, career related or something regarding your personal life. It's all about planning forward, waiting patiently, but still enjoying the moment, right? Not only be in the, like, future, not only dreaming about something coming your way, but also right now doing things that make you happy. Okay, I heard release control for some reason, so it may apply to someone. I heard release control. Also, don't push yourself too much. I'm not receiving any explanation, and that's sometimes the way messages come through. Sometimes one word, like I'm getting so many different messages as an explanation, and other times it's just exactly that. It's just this one phrase, and that's it. And in your particular case, it's just don't push yourself too much. Like, don't put too many burden on yourself, because I'm hearing you're only human as well. Be gentle. Yeah, it's all about be gentle. So maybe with the don't push yourself too much, this can also mean, let's say, for someone watching this, maybe work wise, you're putting too much on yourself that you can't carry and it's really draining you. And this is almost a reminder of your spirit guides. Make sure you, of course, you take care of your responsibilities, but your self-respect and the need for you to breathe doesn't vanish. You still take care of yourself. Okay. So my dear Padawan, a lot of messages for you, okay? So please feel free to let me know how you feel about this. And you guys, if something resonated, please feel free to let me know. It's really interesting. Sometimes, or most of the times when doing candle wax readings, it can be really, really draining. But with you right now, I actually feel like a rush of energy coming through me. So yeah, I feel like it's almost like this energy that's coming your way, this phase in your life that's gonna open up doors, this raising of vibration that I'm, yeah, feeling here. So yeah, my dear Palawan, as I already said, if there is something you would like to share, if something resonated, please don't hesitate. Also, if you would like to support the channel, you can feel free to like and subscribe. If you subscribe, don't forget to hit the bell, because otherwise you will not even know when I upload new pick a card or candle wax reading like this one. And yeah, my dear, if you would like to get further information regarding a personal reading with me, you can of course feel free to email me as well. Lastly, my dear, if you would like to connect with me more on Instagram, my channel's Instagram account is in the description box down below, and of course I invite you there as well. But yeah, my dear pal one, take care, my love. Hey pal 2, welcome to your reading, my dear. Now let's see, what channeled messages do your spirit guides have for you? Now, my dear, I would first like to start with the card that you chose, which is the Moon card, and I really feel drawn to talk about it. With the Moon card being here, there is one thing I really would like to emphasize when it comes to you, especially because this is all about your spirit guides, right? This is more so spiritual reading in comparison maybe to, some kind of a love reading. With the Moon card being here, the first thing that I heard was there is so much, okay, about you that you haven't even seen yet. So much power, so much potential, so much to bring out and to explore. And I have received this message in another reading, I think a few weeks ago or so. And I really feel like this is something that needs to be said here, and something that your spirit guides are really urging me to talk about. That you are extremely powerful, my dear, and gifted. The Moon card is such a in-depth card, like there is so much deepness to it. I mean, there is a reason why the Moon card can also indicate a certain level of, something being hidden or in the dark, because when something is in the dark, like we never really know how far it can go. As an example, let's take the ocean, right? I mean, the ocean is is so incredibly big, and you know, at one point all you will see is darkness if you dive, and you will not even reach there. I mean, your lungs and the pressure, we human beings, we can't even go, deep down there. But it becomes darker and darker, right? And there is so much deep down there that is like unexplored for us as human beings, when it comes to like animals and creatures and whatever may be out there, right? And it's very interesting that I'm getting this with you as well. It's kind of like the ocean. You've only seen the surface level, but there's so much more in the depth of you that your spirit guides are gonna support you with unfolding, okay? And with the moon card being here, you are definitely someone who's supposed to experience or live a life which is heavenly influenced by your spiritual journey, okay? There are people on earth who will never even get in touch with their spiritual journey. For others, that's all there is for them to life. And what I'm seeing for you is you're definitely someone who may have, like been brought up, so more to say more so in the matrix kind of way, and maybe now or the last couple of years you have started to really explore, that there is more to life than, maybe what we have been taught in society and so on in the modern day world. And you may have also just started to really go into your spiritual journey or become really interested in spirituality. I would say about like maybe, yeah, the last couple of years, so to speak. And with the moon card being here, yes, the moon card is all about, things being hidden, but at the same time, when we acknowledge things being hidden, this also brings a potential into your life to actually bring it out, right? I mean, if we think about the moon, every day, or let me put it when there is a full moon, I think that's the best example. Let's just think of a full moon when there's total darkness, and then you see the full moon shining bright through, right? This is so, yeah, just like here you see the full moon. This is the journey that you will also go through, my dear. And your spiritual journey will become more and more important because you will find power in it, okay? And if for some of you guys you have for some reason connected some kind of fear to it, you will overcome this fear. If this fear was somehow connected to the unknown, you will not feel this insecurity in the future when it comes to your spirituality. Alright, so we've already received some messages here, but I'm really sure that this is important, that you need to hear that. Yeah, because honestly speaking, I've not recorded Pile 3 yet, but if I compare you guys to Pile 1, you definitely are like the spiritual pile here. Okay, like heavy emphasis here on spirituality. But let's see. Now, please give me a moment, you guys. Please give me a moment to tune into the energies here. Okay, that's very, very interesting, because starting off the reading with a lot of spiritual energy, now I'm getting something completely different. What I'm actually seeing for you guys is that one thing your spirit guides want you to know is that you will have the financial stability that you seek in this lifetime. I really feel like you guys are hard workers, and for some of you guys, you may have started off like pretty humbled, maybe the upbringing was really really simple when it comes to the financial, level. For others, maybe you from a very young age had to really earn your own money. But regardless of, how this is going to apply to you, I really feel like, because we're talking about the future here, the past is not important, that you guys are gonna get this stability. And actually, if I had to put this energy that I'm receiving here into a tarot card to fit it the best, I would perhaps say the Queen of Pentacles. And the reason for that is because the energy coming through is of this financial security, in which I see you guys living a life in which you are independent and you will be able to enjoy your finances as well. Very often people work so extremely hard, but they are not able to enjoy their money because the money that comes in, well, needs to be put into like paying the bills, or maybe because of responsibilities they need to put the money elsewhere, but maybe not so much really genuinely enjoying it in spending it for good trips or certain material gains that you're really looking forward to, or whatever it may be, just on yourself. Maybe you were not able to spend it on yourself, which is really interesting because we got the, like, I just told you guys, the Queen of Pentacles, right? And the Queen of Pentacles for me is also a very motherly figure. Like, from all the queens, she's actually the most motherly to me, and I cannot explain it why, because maybe for some people they would say it's more so the Queen of Cups because she's more so in her emotions, right? And the Pentacles energy is maybe more so in the material sense. But this is just something that I personally associate with the Queen of Pentacles. There's no really like explanation for it, just some kind of an intuitive feeling and connection I have to her. And when we think of mothers in general, like I've said this multiple times, there's so many mothers out there who, they don't really spend money for themselves, or they would rather put everything for their loved ones, right? Spend the money for their loved ones. And maybe when it comes to themselves, they don't really, like, they're not that generous, because that's just how mothers are. They always want to nurture, but sometimes they may not even sense how much shortage comes for them, which is so sad, really, and something I know from my own mother even. And what I'm feeling here for you is that you will be able to enjoy your money, okay? Maybe it's a mother watching right now, even as well, right? So it's not only about you having enough money for your loved ones, but you actually having enough money that you can also be generous for yourself here. So independence is in your future, my dear. Like, I really feel the energy that you are bringing out this firm foundation, which will be manifested in the physical as well, okay? Your spirit guides also want you to know that they acknowledge how powerful you are. And at the beginning of the reading, I talked about like power in the sense of your spiritual power, right? Now I'm talking about something different here. I'm talking about the power that you have gained throughout your life. I really feel like a lot of you guys have experienced, okay, a lot of maybe hardships from a very young age, and sometimes when we go through tough times, we need to, well, become tough as well, right? And you guys are coming off as such courageous, like little balls of fire. And I really feel like this fire, okay, this energy that's being shown here is going to take you to wonderful places. There is this advice here to always be courageous enough, okay, and fearless enough when it comes to your heart's desire. So if you, my dear, like if down there, okay, there is something in you which really would like to do something, because I also feel like you guys are really creative people. You are creative people, maybe with a lot of ideas, could be business ideas, hobbies, just things that really make you feel uplifted and in which you can express yourself in. This is really a message for you here to dare, to go for it, to explore it. The same way that you're gonna explore your spirituality, your spirit guides are also supporting you into exploring your more creative side. And for some of you guys, this creative um thing, okay, can actually also bring this financial stability that we've been talking about into your life, okay? It can also influence it greatly. I actually feel like okay, this is really, listen closely here, okay? What I'm actually feeling here is that there is a tower moment coming into your life. Now, this is very important. Please listen closely because I know for a lot of people, the tower card is for them like they have the complete hate relationship with the tower card, which of I definitely understand to some extent, but we need to understand that when it comes to the cards of the tarot, no card is completely dark and no card is completely light. The same duality that flows into this world also flows into the archetypes. And when we talk about the tower card or about the energy that I'm receiving here for you, my dear, it's that I'm seeing that you will have a tower moment coming into your life. But this tower moment will be extremely transformative for you. Extremely transformative. And it will actually be the trigger for you to go on a different path in your life, which will take you where you're supposed to be. Now, sometimes we are not courageous enough to follow a certain path that we maybe know is the right for us or we would love to go after, but we're scared of leaving our comfort zone. We're scared to go, to the unknown. And it really takes this little, and it's a little tower moment. It's nothing like drastically destructive, okay? Like it's just, it could be a small event or something like that, but nothing too drastic or too like big, okay? Which will drain you or so. Of course, tower moments can be a drastic shift, which may take a lot of energy from us, but with you, it's more so taking you back to the actual path you're supposed to go, okay? So, as an example, if some of you guys have this idea and this desire to go after a dream, but you're so scared and you are not even like daring to do so, then I see this little tower moment will come into your life and it will take you to that place that you're supposed to be. It's kind of like a bridge, okay? It's a bridge towards where you want to be in life. I mean, the greatest gifts sometimes don't come in the most pleasant ways, right? And actually, this is something I've said before, and I will say it over and over again because that's just what I associate with the Tower card. For me, when I see the Tower card, I see the god Shiva. And when we think about Shiva, he is the god, he's the destroyer, right? He's the destroyer of the universe. But at the same time, he brings the transformation. And that's what we need sometimes in life, especially if we feel stuck, especially if we feel like nothing is going anywhere. We need this this second or this phase in our life in which we can go back to where we're supposed to be. And I feel like this path that you will go on, my dear pal, too, will not only be able to bring this financial stability into your life, but it will also really support you on your spiritual journey. In fact, I feel like this small tower moment will trigger a lot of spiritual growth, okay? And maybe in the future I will one day talk about my own drastic spiritual awakening, but I can just talk out of my own experience here as well, that the greatest spiritual awakening I had was through a tower moment. And although it was the worst thing that really happened to me, at the same time it was the best thing, because I would not be where I am right now on my spiritual journey, and even like talking to you guys right now, it completely shook and changed my reality, and it really opened my three eyes, and I feel like you guys are just gonna go through a very similar experience, because this is something you're supposed to go through. You're supposed to go on your spiritual journey and bring out the magician, bring out the high priestess, the powerful person that you are, okay? So, okay, let me see. I'm also seeing psychic development here for you, my dear pal, too, okay? I talked about gifts here, and I do see genuine, yeah, like literally psychic gifts that you will go through. In fact, with the moon card being here, this is also a very dreamy kind of energy. It can also emphasize dreams. So for some of you guys, it could be the case that the first experiences you will actually have is through your dreams. Oh my goodness, this is just this is so weird, because it has been the same way with me as well, like when my reality broke down completely, the first messages and so on, I really like God was through the dreams. So it's really interesting that's coming through for you guys as well, that maybe the first like psychic developments you will experience is somehow through the dream level, okay? In which, yeah, I mean, consciousness is flowing through. Like, okay, interesting. Let me see. I also feel like there's something regarding your inner child coming through, my dear pal, too. Now, it could be the case that you will go through inner child healing, okay? Or you will somehow be connecting with your inner child again. But your inner child is having a significance here. And I do feel like that you will connect with this innocent being, and it will help you with finding peace, especially if some of you guys maybe have been really harsh with yourself, very hard on yourself. Connecting with our inner child can actually make us more sensitive towards how we treat ourselves. Because if we think about it, maybe every day you talk down on yourself, right? But it would be so much more difficult if we all of a sudden had our 5-year-old version of ourselves in front of us, right? We would never say the same things to our 5-year-old version that we may be doing right now to ourselves. So I feel like the inner child, it will help you on your self-love journey for some reason here. That's really interesting. I wish I could dive a little bit deeper on that, but I'm not receiving any more messages, and I will respect that. So all I'm hearing is really get ready to connect, okay? Get ready to connect with yourself, with parts of yourself that you have been neglecting for quite some time. Because I feel like there is something regarding your past that you have not brought closure to, and that needs attention. Some kind of a connection towards your past that is still haunting you, I'm hearing. And you will get over it, okay? It has something to do with your, like maybe your childhood here. I'm seeing you getting over it. That's a message I'm receiving. So see how it resonates with you, right? But that's for someone here. Yeah. Oh, okay, pal 2. Very intense. Oh, okay. I need to calm down again because there were a lot of like energies coming through. All right, so my dear pal 2, please feel free to let me know how you feel about this reading, and if there is something that resonated with you, or if there's something you would like to share with me and everyone else, then please feel free to share it in the comment section below. I will read the comment, and yeah, I will feel very honored to to see how this energy connects with you, really. Also, my dear, if you haven't, I invite you to also subscribe to the channel, and also don't forget to hit the bell, because otherwise you will not be notified when I upload a new pick a card or candle weeks reading such as this one here. And also, my dear, if you're curious or you just would like to get further information regarding a personal reading with me, you can of course feel free to email me. Lastly, my dear, if you would like to connect with me more on Instagram, my channel's Instagram account is in the description box down below, and of course I invite you there as well. But yeah, my dear pal 2, take care, my love. Hey pal 3, welcome to your reading, my dear. Now let's see, what messages do your spirit guides have for you? Now, before we start with the candle wax, I would like to first say something regarding the card of your pile, which is the Hermit, which you can't really see that much, but I really feel drawn to talk about it. And with the Hermit card being here, one thing that I can already see coming from your spirit guides is that the next phase in your life will be one in which is really interesting, because it's a little bit contradicting to the energy of the Hermit, okay? But actually I feel like you will come out of your shell. Maybe for some of you guys, you've been in the Hermit mode for quite some time. It can even maybe only in one area of your life, okay? So it can also apply only in one, such as, let's say, for some of you guys, you could have been in the Hermit mode for quite some time when it comes to your love life. For others, maybe you have literally gone within a little bit when it comes to your spiritual growth. For others of you, could be the case that, yeah, you just haven't really felt that social, and you just really enjoyed your solitude. But the Hermit energy has been in your energy, okay? This is something I'm seeing here. And what's coming for you, like almost perhaps even in the next phase in your life, so this can come pretty soon, is you coming out of it. So for those who this applies more so into the love life, you will go out, you will, meet someone. For those of you guys who are into dating, you may also start dating. It's just really putting your energy out there. For some of you guys, if you haven't really gone out, this is all about you coming out, once again, out of your shell, right? But the Hermit mode is kind of like ending here, okay? This is an ending. This is not the beginning of the Hermit mode. This is closing each. Yeah, okay, this is closing here. But I do feel like with the Hermit card being here, that you are on a journey, okay? You are perhaps even on a spiritual journey that I don't feel like you have really opened up to completely yet. It's kind of like, you may feel it, but you go about your day to day life, right? So it's somehow in the background existing, but you've not really put a lot of intention to it. And the reason for that is because I feel like right now your priorities are somewhere else. But let me tell you that you will, okay, big time, go on your spiritual path, but I do feel like it's more so in the future. Maybe, like, yeah, I don't want to give any timeline here because it's something very individual, but for now, I feel like you're more so on the earthy level, okay? And like your spiritual energy, it's very interesting because your energy right now is really difficult to like grasp in comparison to pal 1 and 2. And I do feel like a reason for it is because of this hermit energy. Like you may have been closed off for some time, okay? But let me tell you, you're coming out of it, and in the future, you will be much more receptive when it comes to your spiritual path, okay? But now let's go to your actual reading and let's see what messages your spirit guides have for you, my dear. Let's see. Now, first of all, please give me a moment to tune into the energies here. Please give me a moment. Wow. Wow, okay. All right, listen closely. Very important message from your spirit guides, my dear, all about the upcoming phase in your life. Now, I was about to make a reading regarding the next phase in your life, which I will do, but I already am receiving messages for you here. So, what's coming for you is that a major transformation, change when it comes to releasing, okay? I see that you will release something very, very toxic in your life, something which has been burdening you for quite some time. Very, very interesting, because this is the reason why the spiritual energy, the spiritual journey has been almost in a on a break. It's because first you need to go through this transformation, and this transformation will actually trigger a lot of positive development in your life. And let me tell you what I'm seeing regarding this transformation. So in your energy, okay, there is this, not darkness, but there is this heavy, burdening force that could be even perhaps being compared to, and like when we talk about the tarot cards, compared to the devil energy. This can be a toxic person, a toxic environment, some kind of an addiction, or even if it's nothing in the more physical, level, it can also be an internal turmoil, such as maybe toxic thought patterns that you have, or even a certain heartbreak that you've been carrying with yourself, even emotional blockage. But this is in your energy heavenly, okay? This has been, this has influenced and brought delay to your success towards you bringing out your greatest potential and really exploring yourself, really bringing out your greatest Yeah, look at this. Do you see that? Have you seen this? Yeah. It has really, it took the light out of here. And let me tell you that what's coming for you, what your spirit guides are actually emphasizing here, is the end of it. Is you bringing an end to this burden. Throwing this devil energy out of the window. And look at how bright the candle is lighting now. This will bring the transformation, and this will bring doors, okay? It will open up doors to you, opportunities, options, which weren't able to come because you were hooked so much on this devil energy. And there is also a very divine timing kind of energy in here, because I do feel like once you shift this energy, once you throw this energy away, you will actually bring a very prosperous and actually lucky time into your life, which this lucky energy makes a lot of sense with these opportunities at the same time coming into your life. You know, in actuality, it's you throwing bad energy out and inviting good energy in, but for you, this energy shift will feel like a lucky phase, okay? But it's not a lucky phase, it's actually you bringing an end to the devil energy, okay? Whether it's a partner, whether it's toxic friends, and a toxic environment, or a very toxic inner state, with you bringing an end to it, you will bring opportunity for light. And something else, this will transform you in many ways, but another way is you will be completely decisive when it comes to where your life is heading towards. Maybe for some of you guys, you are very indecisive right now because you're scared of the future, or you're scared of what outcome these decisions can bring. Now, let me tell you that you will change and transform into a much more secure you, and you will be believing in yourself much more, okay? You can, my dear, step into one of the most important phases in your life, because this can really change who you are, okay? And it's kind of, there is a reason why you've been drawn towards this reading, okay? There is a reason for it, and there is a reason why your spirit guides are coming through so extremely forward. I do feel like you are about to open a door which will transform your life in a way that you will never be able to go back, and you won't even want to go back, okay? It's kind of like this new, yeah, chapter which is opening up in the book of your life. And let me tell you that the sun card is in your future, my dear. I see it bright and clear. If you don't know anything about the sun card is, oh my goodness, it's one of the most beautiful archetypes in the tarot, really, to live by. It's all about being joyful and light-hearted, right? Seeing the bright side of life, being open to express ourselves, being open to be, yeah, really our greatest version in a way. And I see this, okay? Oh my goodness, I just saw 1111, yeah. I see this in your future. It's coming. But before that, you will go through this transformation. And this is really an inner transformation as much as it's an external transformation. You will not only change perhaps the kind of people you surround yourself with, or even like physically for some, you can also change. But I'm also talking about an internal change here, okay? Much more clarity and discipline when it comes to your mind, much more light and uplifting when it comes to your emotions. Also, much more discipline when it comes to your energy centers. It's kind of like before you've been all over the place, everywhere, turmoil, and what's happening is you're organizing everything. You're organizing the energies within you, in which you will also see how much more organized and straightforward your external life will go to, okay? Let me tell you one thing, pile 3. Don't think about where you've started, okay? How maybe difficult your upbringing was, how small you felt in the past. This is all about where you're heading towards in the future. And let me tell you, your future shines brighter than anything else. I see you being fulfilled. I see you being surrounded by genuine people who are there for you, okay? And oh my goodness, look at how dark it has become all of a sudden. So much I really feel like lightning. I want you to understand that the darkness that you have been in will not determine your future anymore. And in fact, you are moving into a much better place, my dear, okay? You are moving into a much more uplifted version. And in fact, you are coming, okay? And you are moving towards your greatest version here. So as an advice from your spirit guides, focus on what you have, okay? Gratitude is very important here. And this gratitude will bring you more abundance. This is something I'm seeing. At the same time, if you feel like you have toxicity around you, in whatever form it may be, it's really important to take it to the door. You don't have to take this same toxicity with you your whole life. This is not where you're supposed to go or what energy you're supposed to entertain. You're supposed to bring your best version out, and this toxic energy, this negative energy, in the form of some kind of maybe people, okay, or environment, whether it's an external environment or internal environment, will not be supportive, and in fact be a big hurdle that you first need to overcome. So if I can give you some kind of a homework now when it comes to the end of your reading, it's all about reflecting, and the Hermit card for me is also a reflecting energy, and it makes a lot of sense that this card is your pile card. This is all about you reflecting on your life and reflecting on the toxic energies that you are entertaining, and see how you can bring an end to it. If you, as an example, have toxic friends, this is really the time to release them so you can make room for genuine connections. If you've been entertaining a toxic partner, this is the time to release this so you can concentrate on giving yourself the love you deserve, and concentrate on therefore manifesting someone, a potential partner in your life, who will respect you and love you the way you are, and who will support you and not bring you down. If you have been fighting with yourself internally with toxic thoughts or toxic emotions, your spirit guides are telling you to bring an end to it. And they understand this is so much easier said than done. But as an example, when it comes to the mind level, one thing I'm hearing is meditation. Also, emotionally speaking, meditation can help us with stop the chatting, okay? The negative chatting that we are entertaining. This is time for you to bring this turning point, okay? This is the time for you to release. Now, my dear, okay, if I had to give this reading, this pile, one keyword, I would say release. This is the time to release everything that doesn't serve you. And this is not a competition. You don't have to, like, this is not about doing it from one day to the other. This is about small steps. This is a journey. The same way healing is a journey, releasing is also a journey. With your own speed. Because your spirit guides want you to know that those toxic energies are not supposed to stay in your life. But it starts with you. It starts with you presenting them the door. And let me tell you one thing. Once you release the negative toxicity, you will bring room for so much positive and abundance. It will be worth it, okay? Because it's written, like I'm seeing it, okay? I'm seeing it in your energy. Be excited because it's gonna be a very crucial time in your life, but also a very exciting, because changes, yeah, for a lot of people are a little bit, like insecurity with it, but more so it's excitement for what there is to come, okay? Oh my goodness, pile 3. Looking in your energy, I actually even feel excited myself because you're leaving a phase in your life that's not serving you anymore, and you're moving into a much more better place. So congratulations to that, okay? So, my dear pile 3, please feel free to let me know how you feel about this reading, and if something resonated or if there's something you would like to share with me and others as well, please feel free to do so. Also, like and subscribe if you haven't. If you subscribe, don't forget to hit the bell, because otherwise you will not know when I upload new pick a card or candle wax reading such as this one here. Also, my dear, once again, thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. Thank you so much for allowing me to connect with you and your spirit guides, to read your energy. Also, my dear, if you're interested or you're just curious regarding a personal reading with me, you can feel free to email me. Lastly, my dear, if you would like to connect with me more on Instagram, in which I share a little bit more private things about myself, you can feel free to, follow me there as well. But yeah, my dear pal 3, take care, my love.